Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining today. Today is September 30th. It's a Thursday, 12:30 Eastern. And today I'm going live to talk about Apple and a lot of the privacy stuff that they've been rolling out. So I'll give people a minute to join. If you would like to, you're welcome to let me know that you're here. You can just make comments inside the Facebook group on YouTube if you're watching on YouTube. And I will be happy to go ahead and note that. You do want to give StreamYard permission to see your profile picture if you are using if you are commenting inside the Facebook group. So I did want to let you know that. I'm pulling up my notes here because there's a lot going on with Apple. Personally, I'm having a good day today. Today is my 21st wedding anniversary with my husband, so we're very excited to have that. So what I want to talk about today again is this Apple privacy stuff. It sounds really good to a lot of people that are concerned about privacy. However, as a marketer or business owner, you're going to have some things that you're not going to be able to do like you used to. So first, if you have an iPhone, you may have seen a pop-up that says, do you want to allow this app to track you other places or when you're not inside the app and using other things? This is part of Apple's privacy rollout. So if you've seen that and said yes or no, you are impacting the way that that app can track you in other places, which a lot of people like and are positive about. Then there's also the app privacy report. So if you have an iPhone again, or have you gotten a notification that told you how many times an app used your location or information in the background? So for instance, I use Waze a lot for directions, especially as traffic is picking up, to get directions to wherever I need to go. I like that it tells me when I need to leave for a meeting or how long it's going to take me to get there and gives me little pop-up reminders. Again, especially as construction is continuing to pick up and traffic is picking up, I need to know if I need to leave extra early for a meeting. So I got a notification that says it used my location in the background 32 times last week. Do you want to change this? No, I'm good because I want the app to function as it's intended and I want it to be able to tell me when to leave. Now, the one thing that people are talking about right now is iCloud Plus. This is a new thing that's coming out from Apple, and it's going to allow users to access what's called a private relay, which is going to hide their information even more than it has before, which I think is really interesting. I don't fully understand the whole private relay technology piece because that's not really my thing, but you will not be able to track the user that's using the iCloud Plus and using this private relay. I guess it's more secure than even like a VPN for hiding someone's location. So I feel that that's really the important piece for me to know is that it's going to make it harder for you to track people on an iPhone. iCloud Plus is also going to enable a new feature called Hide My Email. This is going to let users generate random, unrepeated email addresses. The user can then forward those emails to their personal account. But if you're like me and you have downloadables that you allow people to sign up for, they could create a Hide My Email account to sign up for your white paper, your tips for using Microsoft Teams or ladder safety tips for contractors or whatever it happens to be. And in my opinion, it's a little bit of stealing. So because again, the email address is payment for the content that you developed and that you put out there. So I think it's really important that you note that this hide my email and what it's going to do. Now, again, many users don't want to disclose their personal email address widely because they don't want spam. But if you're filling out a form like that, then I think it adds value to me. Or, again, if I'm filling out the form and I want to hear from them and I want their white paper, I think sometimes I would like other communications. My recommendation is to see what that person sends you. If they're sending you valuable content, then give it a try for a little while. And if you don't like it, unsubscribe. It doesn't hurt. So that's really important for you. But it is my position that giving a bogus email that you're going to throw out is stealing that person's information. Because again, your email address is payment for that white paper. So, but this is going to appeal to people who want precise control over who can and cannot contact them. And again, there's some security benefits, but most people seem to be really excited not getting junk email anymore. I don't necessarily think every email is junk. So something to think about as we go there. Because I created, content for you to download in exchange for your email address. And the content that I send should be on par with the content that you downloaded and should be related, hopefully, in some way, shape, or form. And so hopefully you would find value in what I send you in the future. So anyway, we'll move on to, there's always times that you could definitely want to use a fake email, but I feel like it's important to note that you may see an uptick in your bounce rates. So there's another change, Apple's mail privacy protection. As an email marketer and a passionate email marketer at that, I love email. I love email marketing. It keeps you in people's sites, keeps you top of mind. But Apple is going to be blocking the tracking pixels that relay the information back to the sender. So if you look at your email marketing metrics, you have open rates and click rates. The open rate in the world of email marketing is when someone downloads the pictures. So it tells the server that someone downloaded the pictures. So I could technically open the email and read everything, but just not download the pictures. So usually your open rate is probably a little bit lower than what it really is in the real world. But moving forward, it's actually going to be higher. So if you have a lot of Apple users and iPhone users, I'm going to expect your open rates to increase because Apple will be pre-downloading the information for all of their users. Now, you may not have a lot of iCloud email addresses in your database, and that's okay because they're not the only ones that are going to be counting as an open. So I have Outlook email. My K.A. Corman at hdhconsulting.net resides in Microsoft and is Outlook based. And because I'm going to open things on my iPhone using the Mail app, not the Outlook app, but the actual Mail app in Outlook, I am going to be counting as an open that may or may not happen. So just something to think about when you have that. So I'm going to be taking a look and tracking to see really if there's more information on this as this rolls out. So I'll provide you guys with an update as to how this is truly impacting people's numbers. But I think it's really important to just be aware of the fact that your open rate is going to be going up. And it's not because you're sending better content necessarily or that more people are opening your emails. So click rate and other metrics are going to be becoming more important. So what should you consider as important and do next? So I like to look at email growth rate. How many people are joining your email list? How fast are people signing up? Are people signing up for your white papers and your checklists and other lead magnets that you might have? Look at clicks and engagement. How many people are clicking on your email links? Are you sending them places, and how much are they engaging with that? I also look at conversion rate. How many readers actually answer your call to action? So if you have an online store and you have people click through to buy, how many people bought? So again, you might not be able to track everything, but you can look at other metrics that are important to your business. And then I also look at unsubscribes. Are you keeping people on your list, or are they leaving? And are they leaving quickly, and why? Usually, when I have unsubscribes, I can pretty much know why that they unsubscribed. Maybe it was because they just wanted to sign up for one webinar, or they just really wanted the white paper that I sent them. Whatever it happens to be, I can watch how quickly they stay on my list or unsubscribe. Now, the reason I'm such a fan of email marketing, I say this a lot. I heard it last year at a nonprofit conference that I watched online, but social media is rented land. You own your email marketing list. You can take that anywhere. If you have Constant Contact or MailChimp or Emma, you can take that list with you wherever you go. Try and export your friends list out of Facebook. Most people have their privacy locked down pretty good. You're not going to be able to move them to another platform. They stay with that platform. So as Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter and Instagram all continue to change their algorithms, how do you rise to the top? Well, with email marketing, you're rising to the top as long as you're providing valuable content. It is one of the most valuable assets that I believe your business can have. Now, personally, I'm a big fan of Constant Contact. I'm a certified partner. So if you have questions about email marketing or email marketing systems, I am here to answer those questions for you. But some other Constant Contact features that do exist in some other systems like MailChimp and things like that, that are going to be impacted by this new mail privacy rollout by Apple, are things like resend to non-openers. So since all contacts using Apple Mail will show as having opened the email, when you do a resend to non-openers campaign, it's not going to go to those people. So what is a resend to non-openers? So in the past, if people didn't download the pictures, you could send a reminder email, usually anywhere between 3 and, I think it started with 3 and 7 days, but I think it's 3 and 14 days apart. You can actually send them a reminder to read your email. And when you send that second email, your open rate would go up pretty significantly. But now you don't know if they opened or not. It says that they opened, so now they won't actually get that reminder email, which could negatively affect how many times people are viewing your content. Now, another thing is an automated email series. So I love email automation. And when a contact opens a specific email, all contacts who use Apple Mail will trigger the series and be added to the queue to receive these emails, whether they open the trigger email or not. So that's the key. Whether they actually open that trigger email or not, they are going to trigger the entire series. You don't necessarily want that to happen because you really want to have people that truly opened the email, correct? And read it. So I would encourage you to consider setting up your series to send when a contact clicks on a link as your trigger, instead of using opens as a trigger. And so I would basically take opens out of your vocabulary entirely, and use everything based off of clicks and engagement and track sales and things like that, according to whatever metrics are most important to you and your business. So another thing is contact insights. So inside, I know MailChimp has it and I know Constant Contact has it. You have highly engaged contacts, and these highly engaged contacts are usually people who open and engage with your email. So those numbers are going to be off. You're going to see an inflated number for those high engagement contacts because any of those contacts who use Apple Mail will always be recorded as having opened your emails. Now, I'm expecting that some of the email marketing systems are going to make some tweaks on how they calculate the most engaged people on your list, but we shall see. Now, finally, segmentation. If you're creating a segment of your most engaged contacts or a segment based on contacts who opened an email, it's going to include some contacts who don't actually fit the criteria. So consider creating custom segments of your contacts based on their click or purchase behavior or other categories that will allow you to send more personalized content. So consider focusing on your content. Don't necessarily focus 100% on the open rates and things like that. You want to create more personalized contact and always answer the question, what's in it for me, from your subscriber's perspective. So for me, if you're sending me an email, what's in it for me? What do I need to know about, or what do I need to do that's going to help me do it better? So when I went live last week, I discussed how you could create more and better content ideas. Hopefully you'll be able to use that as you create more personalized content and actually increase your engagement in your emails through people clicking through to your blog or clicking through to buy your products or learn some tips, watch a video, whatever it happens to be, that you can actually engage more of your contacts overall as we go. I'd love to know if you have any questions and if there's anything that I can answer for you in another live. I'm working on trying to narrow down and find the time that will work best for most of the people in this group and try and be here when you can be. But if you have questions, go ahead, just stick them down in the discussion below, and I'll be happy to answer those for you later. Thanks again so much for joining me. I appreciate it. And as always, I wish you luck in your marketing efforts.